Hello and welcome everybody to today's stream. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, well, I hope Chad is doing fine. I'm doing fine, at least. As Chad can see, we're trying to sort out the audio issues we had last week when we were using 3 different mics. Which, when you have 3 mics and 2 people with streaming experience who know that they need to speak loud and clear, then I guess that's 3 mics too many.
Yeah, we had a lot of cooks in the kitchen last time, but currently I am holding a microphone, and that's how we're going to be doing audio today.
And I'm seeing a message from a German viewer saying I'm a bit too quiet, so we may need to use the microphone a little more in my face, I guess.
Yeah, get up in there.
Or I just need to, draw back to my roots as a high school teacher, my high school teacher's training, and start projecting myself a little bit.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear us very well. If there ever is any audio issues during the stream, please let us know in the chat and we'll try and fix it as soon as possible. And also hopefully you guys notice a little bit better video quality today as well. We have a fancy schmancy new camera that we're testing out, so hopefully that should help.
Yes, a lot of testing going on today, right? Speaking of, didn't we want to also test the closed captions? Is that enabled?
Yes, the closed captions should be working. Let me double check that that's double check. Testing 1 2 3. Let's see. Start captioning. That should be working.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So it's working. We just didn't hit the button yet.
Testing. Yeah. So we have to have this up, which will be a little bit unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world. So yeah. So a little bit of accessibility here on stream. We want to make sure that everybody can interact, and so for our viewers that need captions, that's what we have going on here. So anyways, audio great, picture great too. Thank you, Marcel Meyer, we appreciate that. But yes, so what you guys have been waiting for, the persona drops will be on today's stream. As we are playing, you guys will be able to unlock the drops of your favorite creators. And yes, as you can see, we do have some new commands here in the chat. I've been working hard to get things ready for you guys. So yeah, we have a couple of cooldowns so that things don't get too spammy here in the chat. But yeah, there are some new commands. We got a cool one about the drop so that people can know about that. If you guys want to report any bugs and you guys were curious about bugs in the game that you'd like to tell us about, we got one for that too. So you can follow that link there. Yeah, and so also we have personalized commands as well. If you're curious about me, also I feel like I should introduce myself. I'm sure there's lots of people that don't know me yet. Hi, my name is Jordan, and I am new here at Amplitude Studios. I am the new social media and streaming specialist. So if you guys have been interacting with me on the socials or on the streams, that's me. Nice to meet you guys. If you guys would like to connect with me or contact me personally, feel free to do it over there on Twitter. Thank you so much, Crazy Fables. I appreciate that. And then we also have a special command for Stephanie.
Yes. For anybody who is, new to the stream and might not know me yet, yeah, I'm Stephanie. I'm also known as the Cat o' Nine Tails on G2G and Steam and Reddit. So I'm trying my best to interact with all of you there. I do a lot of reading at the moment. I only have limited time to actually respond. I'm trying to, do more of that now that things are a bit calmer than at release, and try to answer your questions. Going to prepare a FAQ and known issues and all of that, so the common questions get answered also on G2G. And yeah, if you want to see what I'm up to with my hobbies, I guess you can connect to me on Twitter, where you will mostly find pictures of little plastic men being painted, I guess. Well, I guess at the moment it's more little plastic mechs instead of little plastic men, but the point stands.
Color me interested. Anyways, if you guys are trying to do the !drop command, it does have a 60-second global cooldown, so that things don't get too spammy. But all you have to do to get your drops is be here in the stream for at least 30 minutes, and also make sure that you guys have drops enabled on Twitch and that you've connected your Games Together account, because if you don't have those things, then you won't be eligible to receive them. Yeah, I actually enjoy the closed captioning. I'm fairly deaf and my kids don't always speak loud enough. We are happy that you guys enjoy that, and hopefully that Well, hopefully the closed captioning does a pretty good job. If it says something silly, we're sorry, but yeah.
I'm more concerned about it picking me up in weird ways than you, because unlike you, I'm not a native speaker. So if my accent has any German influence, it might struggle with that. But I saw a question in chat earlier. I don't remember the name because it scrolled past so quickly, but yes, we know about the problem with the landmarks in the map editor. I actually added that to the known issues just yesterday. And for anybody who is participating in the map editor contest, in the map creation contest, don't worry. If there's problems with your map that are down to a bug with the map editor, that is not your fault. It will not affect your rating.
You hear to hear, folks. All right, well, shall we get started on our playthrough? I will be trying to answer as many of your questions as they appear in the chat, so I'll do my best. Will there be an update that makes the game more difficult? It's also easy on Civilization. Marcel Meyer, have you tried it on the hardest difficulty? It's actually pretty difficult, but maybe you're just a god among men.
I'm pretty sure I know him. He's one of Riding Bull's community members, I think. And as far as 4X games are concerned, yes, he's definitely, in the skilled percentage of players. So I can see why he'd find it too easy. But trust me, we also have plenty of players who find Metropolis and Nation already quite hard, because it's a complicated game.
All right. I see a question about when mods are going to be available on Game Pass. Do we know anything about that yet?
Mods on Game Pass. I'm not even sure if they will be available, because, of course, the system on Game Pass is a bit different, but it is one reason we swapped Mod.io, is so that we're not tied to specifically the Steam Workshop. But I think it might be only for Steam and Epic that we have mods. For Game Pass, I'm not sure, because the Microsoft is more stringent about the quality of content you access through Game Pass, of course. Which, it's good that they have standards, but it also means that we have to, test thoroughly, which is one of the reasons why the Game Pass version sometimes gets the patch a little later than Steam as well.
Sorry.
yeah, it's just, and so yeah, it's definitely a question you should take two games together as well, so that I can check with the producers if we have plans for mods on Game Pass, because I'm not sure. I mean, modding in general right now we're working on it. We'll deliver the mod tools as soon as possible, but I don't have any firm ETA on when we would get them, because as you know, they were originally planned to release alongside the game, and then unfortunate and unforeseen circumstances led to them not being ready for release of the game. So,
all right, scooch over a little bit closer here, Stephanie. We want to have you fully in the screen. If you guys noticed a brand new green mod icon gracing our presence here in the chat is Saltarius. Thank you. We appreciate the memes being blessed upon us. Saltarius will be helping us moderate the channel. They are one of our community members that has been very helpful and supportive on the stream. And so don't do anything too crazy, or else they will cut you down.
More specifically, Saltarius is one of our VIPs and the resident meme master. So the blessings are his to give, in the sense of the memes, definitely. Yeah, I will nuke you. Yes, Saltarius. I know. I have seen your screenshots.
So, anyways, yeah. Just as another, I'll just keep on saying this throughout the stream. If you guys are new here and you're hoping to get some of the drops, just hang out in the stream for at least 30 minutes. Make sure your stuff is linked. The drops command hopefully is off of timer now. There it is in chat before it scrolls away. Just make sure that you guys have your Games Together profile linked so that you can download those avatars and you can play against a lot of your favorite content creators, which is super cool. Yeah, I would love to address the Mac question while we're here. We are basically unable to give you guys any specific dates right now as to when the Mac version will be available, but know that it is our developers' one of our highest priorities, and they're working on it as fast as they can. The Mac version is a lot trickier. I don't know too much about development, so I'll just start off with that, but I do know that it is a lot trickier to develop than other versions, and so thank you guys so much for being patient with us as we make sure that the game is up to quality that you guys will be able to enjoy. Hello, Oscar Marquez. Thank you for being here. They're just for rivals, yeah. Yeah, you can't play as them, but you can play against them.
Yeah, trust me, with some of the influencers that have a very defined personality in their streams, you know, people like Brock Black with his whole pirate theme, or Spiff with his whole, you know, at Her Majesty's service, I guess, thing. It is definitely an experience playing against them, especially, you know, you meet Spiff, you offer him a trade agreement, and the avatar reacts, "Oh yes, I can see that this trade agreement is perfectly balanced." It immediately puts the fear in you, because you know you have just given him power.
All right, I'm going to be answering a couple more questions. Are we working on improving the multiplayer experience? Yes.
Yeah,
I'll let you answer that.
Multiplayer is... I'm not sure if it's more or less tricky than the Mac version, but it is definitely, you know, up there in how difficult it can be, because, you know, there are so many factors that go into a stable multiplayer connection, like the hardware setup of the different players, the internet connection of the different players, the distance of the different players, even, because that affects, you know, the latency, and there's a lot of data we need to evaluate with all the disconnects and stuff, so we're working on it, but we can't make any promises on when a patch that addresses it will come out.
Yeah, so game development hard.
Yeah, very much. Game development hard.
Anyways, thank you guys to all the new people that are saying hello, and welcome to the stream, guys. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jordan. I'm going to keep on introducing myself throughout the stream. I'm going to be here on the streams for the foreseeable future. This is where I work now, so it's really good to be here. And I have a lot of really cool things planned for this stream, and hopefully you guys have already noticed some of the things that I've done. Yeah, the fact that you can see my glistening sweaty forehead, I mean, that didn't happen before on the webcam.
Yeah, certainly the image is a lot crisper, so now I'll have to start actually worrying about my makeup.
Yeah. Greetings from Hamburg. Hello, Epicrates. I feel like that's like a Socrates, like epic crates.
Epicrates? Yeah, that sounds like an ancient Greek name.
Sounds Greek.
Yeah, it's all Greek to me, you know.
Why is money not called dust? Reinhardt asks. That's a fantastic question.
Mostly because, you know, no endless in human history. You'll have to wait for the mod for that.
Yeah. Ooh, mod confirmed. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we have confirmed that we're working on an, you know, endless themed mod that was also technically supposed to come out along with the release of the game, but the same unforeseen circumstances that delayed the mod tools obviously also delayed the mod, because, you know, if the tools are delayed, how are you going to make the mod? And but that is endless themed, so maybe I should just, you know, make a note and say, hey, could we just rename money to dust, because, you know, our players are asking for it, which should be a fairly easy change, but I'm not sure. I haven't tried messing in the localization files.
Tecto asks, will there be a way to randomize the contestants before starting a game instead of having them set up individually? I don't know.
That
You know what I'm saying?
that and the option to have multiple customized avatars that you can pick as your enemies are like the most requested features for the avatar system. So we want to do it eventually, but right now the focus is very much more on bug fixes, and especially the crash reports and pending turns we're getting are like top priority. It's what's called priority zero in game dev jargon, as in like you have how important is it rated from 1 to like 5 or something, and then there's this is so important it's actually not on the scale anymore, it's 0 because it's a crash. Of course we need to fix that, but later we'd like to do it, but we can't make firm confirmations or promises yet.
Yeah, I see a question about deadline for unlocking Twitch drops in game. So as long as we are still streaming and offering those Twitch drops, you will still be able to get them. So there's no deadline, so don't worry too much about it. And since we are essentially allowing you to unlock the ones for the creators that are no longer streaming the game anymore, their avatars will still be available as well. So, but yeah, that's a very good point Stephanie made, is that we are focusing on the most important things in the game right now, is making sure that the game is stable, making sure that it's playable for everybody, including Mac users, and so that the game is fun for you guys. We want it to be a fun game that you guys enjoy playing over and over again, especially with your friends. And I mentioned if any of you guys were in 2D Carry's stream earlier, we might be doing some multiplayer games here pretty soon. We'll just have to wait and see.
And meanwhile, we have a bit of a moral problem here. The Edo-Japanese are forcing us, or trying to force us, to accept slavery.
Don't do it. Say no to slavery.
Yeah, it's like, the effect is, always this. Has a positive gameplay effect, but it's slaves. No, we can't do that. Much more concerning, though, is, okay, this is fine. Because, it would have been bad if it's like, oh no, we reject slavery, and then the city rebels and we end up killing the rebels, because would that have really been better than accepting slaves? It's like, but no.
Tis a moral dilemma.
Yeah, but I think in this case, we're safe to say, no, our citizens are free, thank you very much. And now they're probably going to be really angry at us. Oh, no, they actually forgave that grievance immediately. Unlike,
greetings.
Wait, I think it was with them actually here. They're like, oh, we had a grievance of them being at peace with the Haudenosaunee when we fought them. Now we have a grievance that they're at war with the Mughals we are allied with. And we could, say, hey, could you make peace with them? Problem is, of course, they're probably much stronger than we are. So if we say, hey, could you make peace with our friends? They're probably saying, no, I can make war with you.
Yeah, it's a touchy.
I really don't want to annoy them. Like, hey, hipster.
Oh, they're hipsters?
Yeah, they favor ideologies that nobody else has picked.
Interesting.
But
all the personas are available today. Yes.
They're warlords and they're vindictive. So they have strong emblematic units. They have a lot of money from vassals, and they're vindictive. No, I'm not going to piss them off, because these guys, if we look over here, yeah, they have coal hooked up, and they have modern buildings, and I don't know, there's a train station. If we looked for long enough, we could probably already find like aerodromes or something, and we're not prepared to deal with bombers coming and destroying our cities. I think we'd much rather butter them up by buying all of their nice stuff. Oh, like the saltpeter here? No, we can't buy that.
All right, there's a lot of questions in chat, so I'm gonna keep on going. You see the drops message, but no progression in it. I'm not sure if it's working. Sophia, have you made sure that you've connected your Games Together account and made sure everything is good with that? Because that might be keeping it from actually progressing. Because you might have Twitch drops turned on, but if you don't have that account linked, then it might be doing something. I'm not exactly sure, though. Are we going to add new content for free? Or are you going to do like Civilization and charge for new content? Well, we have a very in-depth and pretty cool, I would say, live plan for this game as the coming months and years go on. And what I can say is that there is a lot of really cool, both free and paid content that will be coming soon, where it will involve new cultures, new avatars in the game, and a bunch of other really cool kind of, I guess, game shifting or game changing updates. And so you will just have to wait and see what those things are, since I don't think I'm at liberty to say.
You know, if we spoke too much about this, you know, there would be no stream next week because you would find our heads on a pike somewhere.
Yeah, they would come for us, and they would find us, and they'd be like, all right, no more streaming for you. Yeah, no, you can't have access to all of our plans. That's not how this works. But yeah, Eve Night, the drops are actually all being earned simultaneously, so you don't have to come, you know, and try and earn every single drop one at a time. You'll actually earn all of them at the same time, so it'll be a huge drop once you get all of them. And hopefully you guys enjoy those personas. I know we have been.
Think of it as being focused, yes? Very goal.
So who is sure about those drop things and can explain it properly if you have no clue? Yeah, we have a message there. If you haven't, if you don't understand what drops are, Alex Speed, maybe try googling what are Twitch drops. Basically, it's a in-game reward that you can earn for spending time in a Twitch stream. And so there's a couple of accounts that you need to link, and yeah, but we have the command !drop if you are confused. Do we have an ETA on the fix for the civics bug? Because I can win without them, but I wish... Oh, it's gone. It scrolled away.
I assume the civics bug means that on certain, you know, map settings and player numbers, the civics don't really unlock properly, and you know, you go to turn 300 and you have like 4 of them or something. I sadly don't have an ETA for that now. I know it's quite annoying, but no idea what's even causing it right now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the production team knows, but sorry.
All right. Do we work exclusively on Humankind now? Maybe any DLC plans for ES2? So Amplitude Studios as a studio has lots of different projects that we're working on. So no, we're not exclusively working on Humankind. There are many different teams here working on various projects. So that's basically what I can say there. Can content creators still apply to have the persona created and added to the Twitch drops? If so, what's the procedure? Great question, Explosive Cat. I believe the answer is yes. We are still looking to add more people into the game.
Yes, but the answer is also no, because it's not an application process.
That's the, yeah. It's a yes and a no.
There's the rub, right?
If you are a content creator and you'd like to be selected, I would say your best bet would be to create awesome content and stream the game, you know? It's basically kind of the only way. Hey, thanks for the great game. Do you plan to balance the game for multiplayer, or will you leave it to the modders to make it playable and competitive like multiplayer like Firaxis did? That's a great question. We're going to try and make the game as balanced as possible, but I do understand that in more competitive multiplayer scenes, things can get pretty crazy, and exploits are a real issue there. So I would say yes, but also I'm sure that the moderation or the modding tools will be quite useful in that.
Yeah, it's obviously we want to improve the balancing, but there's also there's sometimes a bit of friction between single-player fans and multiplayer fans when it comes to balancing, because some single-player fans feel that balancing it too well takes a lot of interest out of the game, because, you know, all the options are equal, which I personally disagree with, but I can see where the perception comes from. And also, you know, it might also be a matter of resources, of how much can we do, and you know, modders who do this in their free time will be able to just experiment with stuff where we would need to go through a long testing process which they have the advantage of being able to experiment with far fewer consequences than we do.
We want people want you to eat the mic more when you're talking.
So I need to start shouting a bit more, I guess.
Give it that nice dialogue.
Yeah,
voice.
that nice teacher voice from way back when I needed to shout over, all of the what was it, 12 to 16-year-olds, which you can probably imagine how that can be when you show up after the break to a classroom full of people who don't want to be there because it's a maths lesson.
Yeah, we'll both use our teacher voices so you can hear us real well. But also, if you've forgotten quote-unquote German guy's name, it is actually Stephanie, and her name is Stephanie. And yeah, Twitter account right there if you'd like to get in contact. Mine is right here. My name is Jordan. Nice to meet you guys. Sublustrous. You would think that we could afford more than one mic, or at least a mic that could pick both of us up. We're working on that. Let me tell you. First thing I did, first thing I asked when I got in here, I was like, so what's the mic situation? Basically, I started working last week here, and so yeah, we will hopefully the mic will actually arrive tomorrow.
Yeah, I think from what I heard, it's less a we can't afford it situation and more it's still somewhere in the mail situation.
Yeah, we definitely ordered a new one, so don't worry. This me holding the microphone will only be for this week, and next week we should have something much better.
Just be glad I'm not the one who ordered it, or you would be getting it just about never. I've been struggling for since May or something to get a package that got lost in the mail somewhere, and it's been a nightmare. I'm not going to go into that, or we'll be here at like 9 p.m. and I won't have finished the story yet, but yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah, but yeah, Lerming, no updates on the release time yet, but it is one of our top priorities and it should be coming soon. One's got a package 1 year late. Wow. At that point, would you even be waiting for it? I feel like would give up on a package that was coming a year late.
Yeah, for me, like with that package, like I'm so close to giving up on it, but firstly, it was expensive. And secondly, even if the company I ordered from gave me a refund, the stuff I ordered is now out of stock. So I couldn't even rebuy it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I want that package, but, there's been, let's just say, some disagreements between me and the staff at the pickup point.
Some disagreements, you say, Stephanie?
I mean, not loud disagreements, but more like, I explained to them that, hey, the tracking is broken. It will not show up in your computer system because the tracking is broken. And they still just check the computer. Like, why did I just tell you that will not work when you then do it anyway?
All right, I see a lot of people doing !drop in the chat. !drop is just to give you guys a little information about the drops. The way that you actually get the drops is, one, making sure that you guys have your Twitch drops enabled. So that's in your Twitch settings, and that's up to you guys. The other part is making sure that you guys have an account on Games Together, which if you don't have one, follow the link here. That'll give you the link to go over there and create an account, and then once you have that account, then you can start earning the personas once you've linked it with your Twitch account, so that Games Together knows that you have a Twitch account that is watching a stream that has drops enabled, and that will get you guys the drops for the personas. Do you think you can improve the content to have new ways of playing and waging war like unconventional warfare, like on Call to Power 2? Stella, I'm not familiar with Call to Power 2, but I can say that there is definitely going to be new ways of waging war. Again, I can't say for fear of losing my job, but oof, if I could tell you, it's gonna be good. Let me just say that it's gonna be good.
We're definitely always looking into improving the gameplay, and yeah, I'm also not familiar with Call to Power 2. I think I played the first one long ago, but yeah, we can't go into details. But this is expansion pack or big update material, so it will not be anytime soon.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, there is a fairly long schedule out into the future for the updates, all the good stuff that's coming to the game, and so just keep your eyes peeled out. We'll let you guys know on the socials if there is something coming out soon or something that you guys should be excited for. You guys will know as soon as it's available. So definitely go check us out on all of our socials if you haven't already. That's where you'll learn those new things. We'll wait for it. we appreciate that, Zenskew. Yeah, your guys' patience is one of our favorite things, because we love experiencing and growing this game together with you, the community. And so yeah, it's great. I'd love a Wheel of Time mod for this game. Heck yeah, thank you guys so much. I am seeing all of your guys' chats. I can't respond to them all, but I am very happy to see that you guys are enjoying the game, that you guys are fans of the studio. We really appreciate each and every one of you, and we're happy that you're here in the stream with us. We are going to be actually adding another stream time next week. So for those of you that have been here in the streams in the recent past, you guys will know that on Thursdays at 6 p.m. here in France is when we normally stream. Well, I actually am going to be doing a stream. I'm calling it Wild Wednesdays. We'll see if that name sticks, but on Wednesdays at 4 p.m., so from 4 to 6, I'm going to be doing a kind of like a variety stream where I play basically a variety of games, I guess Sega-owned games, on stream, and we just kind of have fun, and it's not too official. I mean, I'll answer some questions if you guys have them, but it's going to be mostly just trying to get to know some of the games in the library, and hopefully you guys will be excited to come to that stream as well. I hope I don't see two creators now in my AI selection screen. No, you should be fine, Ultipit. It's good to see that everybody is getting their characters. Humankind, Quill, Marbazir. Yeah, it looks like you guys are getting good ones. Zerator, perfect. Endless Dungeon for Wild Wednesday. Maybe, Bergwin.
No. They're trying to trick you when they say Endless Dungeon. They want us to spoil the new one.
Oh, what? Man, the names are, like I said, I'm so new here.
No, trust me, the name is confusing to, pretty much everybody, because, it is very similar between Dungeon of the Endless on the one hand and Endless Dungeon on the other hand. But yeah, we can show off some Dungeon of the Endless. We cannot show you Endless Dungeon yet. So yeah, sorry about that. I know you're all excited about it. We are too.
I see what you guys are doing there. You can't trick me. Actually, you probably can, so I'll probably just I'll just defer questions like that to you in the future. Any chance to see some multiplayer games with fan subscribers, other streamers, etc.? You keep beating that poor AI. I think they're currently beating us, aren't they?
Well, the green guys definitely are beating us, and like
we're in second place.
Yeah,
so
we're decently in second place. Third player could still catch up, but no way we're catching up to first place there. I'm just, I'm trying to decide where to put this wonder, and I just can't make up my mind where it would, get us a good yield, but also look good. Guess maybe up here, near the river. Yeah,
could be a good spot. Yeah, questions about if we're gonna be doing kind of like multiplayer stuff. I would love to do that. I would love to do that with some of the other developers here. I'd also love to do that with other content creators. That'd be super fun, and we'll just have to plan it so that it happens. But we'll let you guys know if we do plan any sort of events like that. What happened to the mics? Motnev, so the lav mics, the little shirt mics, we still have those. It really... if you were here last week, you'll know that it didn't really work out with 3 people. And so we're trying something new with the little condenser mic here. But we do have a new microphone that should arrive. Well, we were hoping it would arrive today, but hopefully it'll be ready for next week. So it'll be a little bit better of a solution. So
sorry, I'm just...
No, you're good. You're good. I thought you were
in thought of where to place the district.
If trouble comes, 5 market quarters should provide
let's see
with a
here.
number of pragmatic answers.
Are you planning some quality of life improvements like custom markers and intelligent search system, much like Civ 6 has done now? Dead Max, that's a great question. So right now we're focused on kind of the top priority issues, things like balance, and the multiplayer, the Mac version. A lot of those things are kind of going to take priority for us right now. But definitely those things will be looked at a little bit further down on the road. So definitely at some point we'll take a look at those things. Is there a chance for LAN play? I don't think that's currently an option in the game.
Yeah, I don't think there will be LAN play in the sense of, you know, you don't need an internet connection because it always goes through the servers, as far as I know. And so I guess you can play in the same room, but you will still need an internet connection, I guess.
Yeah, Crazy Fables. If you do have opinions and things about what should be fixed or what should be changed, feel free to join the discussion on Games Together. It's a platform where you guys, the community, can help us develop our games. There's lots of forums, lots of kind of cool, I mean, there's a lot of cool badges and stuff too that you can get for various things. And so definitely check that out. That'll maybe be an opportunity for you to share some of those opinions that it seems like you have.
I noticed, you know, this little display bug we had last time still hasn't resolved itself. There's an invisible stupa, so please don't mind this.
The first train stations link up.
Crab Helmet, which streamers are dropping right now? All of them.
Goods and travelers
Every single one.
Do you know the list?
The lounge car is
the list has gotten too long for me to remember.
No, there's a picture. If you look on social media, we have a picture. I think with most, if not all of them on there. I don't know, it'd be hard to squish all of them on there.
Yeah, it's a very long list at this point, so yeah, please forgive us for not remembering all of them.
There's 18 by your count. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
And we actually just got another one today. I think it was the Tianqi. He's a Chinese content creator, and we just got his on there as well. So
yeah, the list will actually even keep on growing, and it's already too long for me to remember. So I guess at some point I'll just have to keep notes on all the streamers we have. Oh, and we have Rasputin.
oh, nice. I love Rasputin.
I was about to say, hey, should we banish or assassinate him? And then I remember, no, this is Rasputin. The assassination will not work. What was it? They poisoned him and shot him and threw him in the river, and he was still alive, or something like that.
Yeah, I would love to sing the Rasputin song right now, but I'm a little worried about copyright. For those of you that don't know me, again, if there's any new people here, hi, my name is Jordan. I'm new here to the streaming at Amplitude Studios. I've been streaming myself for about a year and a half, and so on my stream, I love singing and things like that, and I don't really worry about getting copyright struck. But I'm not a gaming studio, so I'm a little bit further out of the public eye. But yeah, rah rah Rasputin, exactly. Jimmy the Skip, exactly. Somebody suggests clicking assassin multiple times.
Yeah, I saw it. About 10 times, maybe that'll work. And eventually it has to stick, right? I guess there's a reason why in a lot of comics, like, Rasputin is this, like, undead warlock, because, you know, you can't kill him.
Oh, in Anastasia or whatever.
In Anastasia, but also in, like, Hellboy.
Oh, I didn't realize that Rasputin was in Hellboy. That's interesting.
Like, I've not read the comics, but I know, like, in the first movie, I think he was there.
Okay. Interesting. I remember him most from Anastasia. Yo, Rasputin in Anastasia was a gross character. Oh, there was so much, like, goo and, like, weird little creepy hands and stuff. I don't know. That was an interesting movie, but I did not like him as a character. He was just, I mean, as a child, he was quite terrifying, I think.
Was it as bad as what was his name? The cardinal from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh,
The one who sings about hellfire.
Yeah, he's creepy in a different way.
Yeah,
he's
creepy in a way
creepy
that
in
is
a-
all too real.
in a kind of pervy way. I got some Personas double. Is that normal? Milch Rice, a great question. Sometimes there's a visual glitch that'll say that you got two of the same kind, but once you actually go in and claim them, it'll be the correct ones. So hopefully that's what's happening. But yeah. Christopher Lloyd did his voice well. Ah, is that who did it, Crazy Fable? Interesting. How do you enable drops? RTS, that's a great question. You're going to want to follow the instructions there in the chat. Basically, you have to have a couple of accounts linked and drops enabled on Twitch. Rasputin is the main villain in the comics too, but it's far from the only one. It says Vagrantash. Okay, interesting. After you claim, then what are you to do? Great Graham, that's a great question. So you can use these personas to play against as the AIs in the games that you play of Humankind. So if you'd like to play against some of your favorite content creators, they will have their similar personalities and they will have voice lines that were recorded by the content creators themselves. So it's a really, really cool thing, and it's something that I really haven't seen other games do, get so involved with the community in that way, so that it's very integrated into the game. So it's pretty cool. I like it. What are the Siamese bonuses? That's a great question.
Let me pull it up so we can actually show it. So the legacy trade, +3 industry per district on all cities. You know, that is very nice because it's just free industry for everything you build. And more money from ongoing trade, which gives us a lot of money at the moment, I'm pretty sure. The floating market, yeah, more money per population, so that gives us even more money, but they are actually somewhat difficult to build because you need to first reach the coast before you can build them. But also, you know, more money per market quarter is also quite helpful. And then, of course, the BSOP elephants. I mean, these are not your grandfather's elephants. These are not even your father's elephants. Because we've gone from putting bows on elephants to putting machine guns on elephants. Who thought this was a good idea? It's crazy, but yeah. Hopefully, you know, with the power of machine gun elephants, we may be able to actually do something against the contemporary Zulu over here. But my hopes are low.
So nice to hear.
Are there any plans to add additional cultures going forwards? I'd love to see some more indigenous cultures. T. Pangolin, that's a great question. Yes, is the short answer. Yes. There will be more cultures added, but as you can imagine, adding cultures involves a whole ton of extra work and things like that, so be patient, but they will be coming, and they will be some really cool ones that you guys are going to be interested in seeing that we haven't seen yet. So keep your eyes peeled. Laser sharks are next. Yeah, exactly. We have Gatling elephants and
laser sharks.
and laser sharks. Yeah.
Of course, the laser sharks. Because what else? Wait, if we have laser sharks, do we like airdrop them so we have a Sharknado?
Yeah, I think that checks out. Yeah. To all the new people who are saying hi, hello. Nice to meet you guys. Good to see you here in the stream. My name is Jordan. This is Stephanie. We are here just having a fantastic time playing some Humankind. We're in second place right now, and things are going well. But they could be better.
Yeah, which, you know, is kind of the definition of being in second place, I guess. Things are going well, but they could be better.
Yep. Pet sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads. Exactly, Cheeseburger. Exactly. Frat Wombozy says Gatling fant. Like a Gatling elephant.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, more specifically, it is actually a kind of Gatling gun, I believe. I mean, it's encased, but I don't think this is, you know, this is decidedly not a modern machine gun.
Yeah, it does kind of look like one of those ones that you like you know, you spin it and it works.
This is the industrial era equivalent of the A-10 Warthog. Anybody who knows, you know, American warplanes will know what I mean.
Snuff King, will you add more for the ancient era, like the Sumerians, for example? Yeah. So, I mean, there'll essentially be new cultures that span all the different eras. So it'll be in its totality, I guess you could say. Oh man, I got negative 2,753 influence per turn because I got captured the 5 independent civils next to me. Yeah. Having too many cities definitely can take a toll on your influence. I think I was pretty high over the city cap on my run.
Yeah, there's actually a little trick that a lot of players will perhaps not know, because it's not obvious here. But if you pull up the list, there's a button here where you can turn them into an independent city, so that, you know, oh, I'm losing all my influence, and you just, you know, liberate them and they're an independent city, and then when your city cap goes up, you can just re-assimilate them.
Yeah.
As long as the enemy doesn't snatch them from you, so, you know, you need to keep an eye on them.
Yeah. I saw a question about oh gosh, it moves so fast. I'm trying to keep up with everything, guys. Let's see here. Need to refresh the settings on the page. Yeah, so I saw a question that was about the drops, and so yeah, they do come in groups of 3, but all of them should be earned at the same time. So you might only see one, but basically you'll have all of them come at the same time. Why can't we see FIMs in the city list? Can we not?
Actually, you can, but you need to fold it out first, because as you can see, if I fold it out for everything, wait, is this? No, this is the sorting. If I fold it out for everything, then the list gets a little bit big. So
it's possible, but before you do it, ask yourself if you really want to. Great question. Did we see the Spiffing Brit Humankind video on the Liberate City exploit? We sure did.
Yes.
We're fans of the Spiffing Brit.
I mean, you know, if we didn't expect this kind of video, we wouldn't have put him in the game. So this was a calculated gamble of, hey, can I call it a gamble if we have the benefit of Spiff makes videos about us and promotes the game, and also he finds bugs and exploits for us to fix? That's like a win-win. That's not a gamble.
Yeah, that's not a gamble when you win. You win every time. It shows that I got 18 drops, but there's only 3 in my game. Yeah, it might take us a hot second to update. You know, try the normal stuff, refresh, and whatnot. Let's see. Can we rename outposts? It depends. If you're on the Xbox Game Pass PC version of the game, it won't let you in a multiplayer game, but yeah, you should be able to rename outposts. Oh, are you talking about the channel point redemption?
Correction. Outposts you cannot rename. Cities you can rename. But you're correct, on Game Pass the renaming doesn't work. We're looking into solutions, but we don't have an ETA.
The math teacher that can't math. Spiff is incredible QA. Yes, Albert.
The maths teacher that can't math is like almost every maths teacher. Because, you know, maths teachers and maths professors at university especially, they are great with algebraic equations and solving them, and, you know, solving for x. But if you give them a simple term that they need to calculate the value of, they crack out the calculator. Because honestly, we all have a phone with us. We always have a calculator.
Hi, could you guys make your official personas as Twitch drops for the next time? So we don't have the same type of personas as the content creators. We have our
lovely on paper.
Our personal personas that are always available on G2G if you guys want to look us up. But if you do have any questions for us personally, feel free to hit us up on Twitter. There's my Twitter. There's Stephanie's Twitter. Feel free to send us a message if you guys have any personal questions like that. And we can probably help you get access to that. Yeah, you're gonna need to link your games together and your Twitch account so that they can talk to each other and make it work. Can you rename Outpost work as a mod? I mean, potentially you could make a mod where you could rename Outposts. Once.
I think that will be beyond at least the initial capabilities of the modding tools. Maybe it would be possible later. But at first, the modding tools will be very much focused on game content. You know, stuff like new units, new technologies, new cultures, that kind of stuff. And not about interface or whatever changes. Because that's way more difficult to give modders access to without risking terrible things happening.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Well, will new win conditions come to the game? The Dark Oni asks. The Dark Oni, I actually recognize that username. Let's see. New win conditions. That's a great question. I'm not exactly sure. I want to say that at some point in the future updates to the game, that might be a possibility. Again, a lot of the updates that are coming to the game we can't really talk about yet. But Stephanie, would you say that that's something that might come to the game at some point?
Well, there needs to be a distinction between win conditions and end conditions. New ending conditions, yeah, those might happen. New win conditions are more unlikely or less likely, however you want to phrase it, because you know, fame is supposed to be the unifying win condition, and I don't think we would replace that with other win conditions. But like end conditions, sure, because you know, right now we have the you're the last empire alive, and the you've sent a mission to Mars, and these conditions that say, okay, now it's time to look who's the most famous. Those might happen, but I don't recall any specific plans right now.
Make a Gmail account. Yeah, I think some email accounts are not authorized if they're not.
There's been some domains that have had problems. I've actually sent messages to the web team about that yesterday, and they're probably looking into it. I haven't heard back yet because you know, I only sent the email yesterday afternoon. So hopefully it'll work soon, and you know, push comes to shove, Gmail accounts are free, so you can make one to throw away, I guess.
Yeah, you love the narrator and the voices are awesome. Are there going to be more narrators? Maybe. You'll have to see. I can neither confirm nor deny. Let's see. Yeah, it is kind of frustrating. I'm sorry about that, Reinhardt. Or anybody else that's having issues with the email thing. Hopefully you're able to get it figured out. If you have to create a dummy email or something like that on Gmail, and that might be the easiest fix for you.
If you know, if you're not in a rush, like if it's about the drops now, I can assure you, there will be future opportunities like this where we drop the avatars, so you can just make an account later once our web team has had time to look into the problems of some domains being blocked. From what I understand, sometimes it's just a case of, hey, we had so many signups that the automatic spam protection goes like, hey, hold up, this looks suspicious, so many signups, and then they just need to go in and say, no, this is fine, you can accept these domains. But of course, as I say, I only send them the email with a list of, hey, these people are having trouble yesterday afternoon, so they do need time to actually work their magic.
IT Gaming, yeah, I am not the one controlling this game. This is all Stephanie right now, so Stephanie is the one that is amazing, and I probably am with you with the about 4K fame at this point. Do we have...
I mean, it's not like 5K fame is that much better than 4K fame.
Do we have plan to go further back in time for the starting date of the game? You mean like fishes? Are you talking about fishes? I'm gonna say no. Probably we're gonna stick with caveman to start. No fishes. But you never know.
The Library of Alexandria has been established.
There's a unique song that plays when you play as the Teutons. It's a vocal only track. What is the name of the song? That's a great question. I believe that you can find, well, I mean, the like bonus version of the game has the OST.
The deluxe edition has the OST, which, for clarity, the OST is not necessarily all of the songs that are in game. The OST is a selection of the songs that are, good for listening to them by themselves. But there are also bigger soundtrack packs on Steam that have pretty much all, I think it is actually all of the songs. So you might be able to find it there. I sadly don't know the name either. Like, I love the music, but I have no idea what the names of the songs are.
Yeah, Eve Knight, do you know if the videos on YouTube have like indicators as to what civilization they're linked to? Because that might help you find it. I'm not exactly sure. I've seen a couple questions about how long the stream is going to be. So our Thursday streams, we do it from 6 to 8 CEST, which is Central European Standard Time here in France. So it's a 2-hour stream. And yeah, so if you guys are looking to get to the drops, you guys still have time. We still have another hour left in the stream. So hang on tight. Things are about to get, well, spicy, I guess. I don't know, what you got planned here in the game? Tell us a little about what we're playing here right now.
We should research our Gatling elephants and really big guns. Promise, they need oil, so I think first of I need to find over here. We'll need to invent combustion engines so that we can have bigger guns. Of course, we need bigger guns if we're going up against these guys who are probably already inventing nuclear weapons or something like that. So if we see anything here where suddenly it's just wasteland, we have a problem.
Yeah, the green people seem like they're kind of running away with the game, or have run away with the game, I should say. But yeah. Let's see here. Put the siege artillery in on the elephants. Yeah, that might work. Gatling and an artillery gun? Thanks, I started to fear I had been stuck at 80%. Yeah. Thank you so much to the people that are answering people's questions in the chat. You guys are doing the work that I cannot do. There are just too many questions. There should be non-nuclear WMDs. WMD, what does WMD stand for?
Weapon of mass destruction.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't know what that meant. Totally off topic, but your hairstyle is fire. You talking about me? Talking about my ginger hair? My red hair? My Scottish red hair? You guys would love to see how close my avatar actually looks like to me. It's really close. I should actually take like a screenshot of it and like post it on Twitter. Which, by the way, if you guys want to connect on Twitter, there's both of our Twitters. Nuclear elephants win. That's a great question.
When mod tools, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Eve Knight. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Are you actually a Scottish lad? Kirio, I'm not a Scottish lad. I'm actually from the United States.
The accent is pretty good though.
Thank you. I don't know. Was I doing a Scottish or an Irish accent? Sometimes I can't tell. I just busted out.
I mean, I think, when they speak English, I'm not sure about what the exact differences are between, a Scottish English accent and an Irish English accent. Because in the end, both of them still speak like Scots and Gaelic, which are different languages from English.
That's a very good point. You just need to say, "Wee bairns." I'm just bringing my sheep down to the wee bairns. Is that good, Barn? Is it Baron or Bairn? When are we getting your personas in the game? Well, like we were mentioning earlier, they are technically available on the Games Together platform. You just have to search for us by name. But I gotta be honest, I'm having trouble even like linking. I think I've tried to link my persona. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I'm very new here, and I've had things that I've been working on apart from getting my persona unlocked. But I promise you guys that before next week's stream, I will get that figured out. And Stephanie's avatar, I think yours is already on there.
It's technically on there, but the visual customization didn't update when I made my visual customization. So there's the AI personality is mostly there, apart from the things I couldn't pick yet because I didn't have the achievement yet, which I need to work on. But for some reason, the looks didn't update, so it looks like the default avatar when you first start the game. And hopefully I'll manage to solve that until next week.
Baron means baby? Gosh dang it. I should have asked my wife about that one. She loves that that TV show. I think it's called Outlander or something. It's got a redheaded Scottish dude in it. And yeah, so she's probably a little bit more knowledgeable about the whole. Is it called Highlander? I thought it was called Outlander, but maybe I'm crazy.
I think Outlander also exists.
The two things can't exist. No, Outlander. Okay. Jettison that jalopy from my driveway this instant, you deadbeat. Curio, is that supposed to be a different accent?
I think that's like Texan or something.
Jalopy. I feel like that's a very specific English word from like.
I'm pretty sure that's
rednecks. Is that rednecks?
Thing. Yeah.
No, they cannot coexist. There can only be one. Oh, okay, Ignite. What's up, G Licks? Hello, and welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And yeah. On the other hand, one on the other then. Yeah, it's a car actually. Yeah, a jalopy is a car. I didn't know that. But what type of like American like dialect is that? I don't even know. That was supposed to be Scrooge McDuck. Oh, okay. My bad.
but Scrooge McDuck would be Scottish.
Is Scrooge Scottish?
It's called McDuck. And that's also why, you know, in the new DuckTales cartoon, he's voiced by David Tennant, who used to be, you know, the Doctor Who. And when I saw him as Doctor Who, I had no idea he was Scottish because, you know, he completely suppressed the accent. And then I heard him as Scrooge, and I'm like, wait, I never realized that actor is Scottish. Because suddenly it was so Scottish.
Yeah, it's really interesting how actors can just flip from one accent to the other. It's pretty crazy. I can't do that. I mean,
wasn't the actor for Dr. House British? But when he applied, the director was like, "Oh yeah, get me this American guy for the Doctor," and it's like, oh, sure, they'll get him. And then later, you know, no, that's actually a British guy just doing an American accent, and everybody thought he was American.
Yeah. If anybody has any questions about the drops, all the drops should be available today. I believe some people were saying that Burke was broken. Burke was broken. So that one might not be working, but everything else should be working. So yeah. Snoozy94, hello and welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate having you. Yeah, David Tennant. You guys both know your actors and actresses very well.
I really don't know my actors and actresses very well. There's just a couple names I recognize, and Tennant I recognize mostly because you know how Doctor Who has different actors for the Doctor over different seasons, and you know a lot of time the fans would identify them by who was the actor, because identifying them by the number can get confusing when it's like there's 13 of them if you count all the way back to when the series originally aired in the 60s, 70s. So it's a long line of actors.
Yeah. Avatars aren't unlocking in G2A, much sad, verified in game as well. Maybe somebody can help you with that, Zort Point Narf. There was a lot of really good advice coming into the chat about if it wasn't working for you. If everything is linked, your Twitch and your Games Together account, it should be working, and most other people are saying that it is working. Sometimes you're going to have to refresh it, sometimes you're just going to have to wait a little bit so that it updates. But let us know. G2G, yeah, it's G2G. If you guys need access to that, there is the link in the chat. Yeah, Explosive Cat's giving some good advice. Refresh your Twitch link. Sometimes that'll fix it right up. Y'all are gonna want to make me watch Doctor Who again.
Yeah, I mean, Doctor Who is one of those series that has ups and downs. Where, you know, some episodes are really good, others feel not so good, in my opinion. But maybe worth rewatching depending on which episode. And I had something else to say about the. Oh, right, about the GTA. When in doubt, try the IT solution. Turn it off and on again. Just log out in game and log back in and see if that helps.
Olive Crayons, hey, the game looks great. Thank you. We appreciate that. Do you have any idea when the game will be playable on Mac? No official date yet, on Mac, Olive, but it is one of our top priorities, and we'll be working on that as hard as possible to make sure we get that out to you as soon as possible. So keep your eye out for a message on social media about that. I actually haven't seen too much of Doctor Who. I know that might seem crazy, but I've watched a lot of TV, but I haven't seen all these seasons. I've seen maybe like a couple seasons.
Yeah, I'm kind of behind. The final season of Peter Capaldi is the last one I saw, because after that it wasn't on Netflix Germany anymore, so I couldn't easily watch it in the original English language. And then it's still not on Netflix anywhere, and I kind of just fell off, and there's so many other media to watch and consume, so kind of lost track of it.
I think most people are burned out. Yeah. Wow, when TV shows have that many episodes, I'm almost like afraid to start watching it because it's such a commitment, Like, if I start watching Doctor Who, do I have to watch all of it? Like, I feel like I would want to, and that's like a commitment that I'm not ready for.
I mean, one nice thing about Who is definitely it's very episodic in that you generally don't need the whole overarching plot to understand it. But at the same time, it also is references to other events that you will only get if you've watched it. And the craziest one being River Song.
Yes, Mac version is coming soon, Real Kuwara. And yes, to whoever that was, I don't know, it's scrolled past already, but yes, all the Twitch drops are supposed to be dropping at the exactly same time. We just really wanted to make it nice for you guys, have a little bit of quality of life there, so that you didn't feel like you had to keep on waiting to see if you got the persona that you wanted, because we could have had it so that you only got one every 30 minutes. But since there's 18 in total, that would have taken you guys a while to get all of them, and we kind of just wanted to do you guys a solid and get those drops out to you a little bit quicker. So
yeah, we're not here to make you sit around for 9 hours to get all the avatars, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a nice thing to do.
We'd still like you to stay for 9 hours in total, but we're not trying to force you to.
Yeah, that's up to you. If you guys like it here, if you guys think we're funny, then you should stay around. It's not a big commitment. 2 to 3 years of watching tops. Yeah, see, Explosive Cat, that's not what I'm into. I'm not wanting to spend my whole life watching Doctor Who.
I mean, you can't even watch all of it, because from the original series, the original like 8 or 9 seasons, some episodes have been lost, because that was the time when they had actual film, and there was a lot of physical space that took up, so they would overwrite it with other shows.
Right. So I wait 30 minutes and I get the drops. By the way, I'm really looking forward to the Mac version. Thanks, Devs. You are very welcome, Karawa. But yeah, I'm excited for the Mac people to get it too, because that'll be another entire crowd of people that's gonna get it, and I'm excited to see how you guys like it. Hi guys, Ba the Penguin. Hello and welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. It's good to have you. How does it work with the Twitch drops? I want Hand of Blood and I watch the stream in 15 minutes, but there's no progress. Game together and Twitch accounts are linked. Refresh and it might update the progress on that for you. I'm not exactly sure why that's been happening for a couple of people, but it should still be giving you progress. You probably already asked this, but what steps are you taking to understand game balance? There's a slew of patches and updates that are planned for balancing the game coming in the future. So yeah, we're well aware of things like the end game balancing, the early game balancing, things like the Neolithic caveman horde that the Spiff and Brit so lovingly pointed out to us. Congrats on the game. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah, Dave Kammer. We totally get that. That's frustrating. I've talked to a couple people about that. But yeah, not a ton that we can do about that right now. But we're just working on getting it out as soon as possible. It's an entertaining ride for the next few seasons. Yeah, I get that. Didn't count for me until a bit ago. I'm going to miss many. No, you should be getting all of them, Shinko Mineroni. You should just receive all of them at the same time. They come in batches of 3 because that's the way that Twitch drops work. But essentially, you will still get all of them. Keep the caveman horde. Scarge. I think that might be an issue if we kept that in the game. But
we don't want to, completely prevent you from going, hey, I have a very big population after the Neolithic. But at the same time, some players have managed to push it to levels that were unacceptable for the game balance. Just, I mean, Spiff is an extreme example because he set it up specifically so he would be alone on his continent, so he managed to get like 80 people by turn 30. But even without that, if you get like 20 or 30 people before you go into the Ancient Era, that's maybe a little bit too much. Like 10 to 15, that might be more acceptable.
Yeah, we still want you guys to be able to play the game the way that you want to be able to play it, and also make it so that there's still creative options that seem powerful. And so yeah, we don't want to completely just change everything up just because it feels strong. We want a lot of things to feel strong. Will today drop 3 people or all the people? All the people, ZXY. All of the people. Burke and Shijoka didn't work. Yeah, Frat, Riwambosi. A couple of other people were having issues, but hopefully that works itself out. If you need to refresh the Twitch link, that might help fix it. So, did we see the free civic exploit? I don't know if I've seen that one. Free civic exploit.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not remembering details right now.
Need that Spiff and Brit Neolithic only playstyle. Yeah. I mean, he did eventually exit the Neolithic once he had like 55 population or something like that. High force gas reducer at one time, or is it build? When is build or turn per turn? Not sure if I understand the question, Cresius. Pretty cool that streamers have their names in their native languages or choice in game, even if we can't read it. It is really cool, Zort.North. It's very kind of you to enable all the drops at once. Thank you, TK. Yeah, we just didn't want to mess with you guys. We figured it'd be nicer to just have all of them. Will there be a random option for personas so that you don't pre-select them when creating the game? For when you're selecting who you're going up against, is that kind of what you mean, Ode to Order? Can we get any information? When will you fix the multiplayer? So that is one of our highest priorities, PlusCat. So we're going to be working on that.
Need to agree on it.
And hopefully you guys will see some big improvements there very soon. Let's see. Can you speak to any future patches that add game ending conditions? We talked a little bit about this before, Fake Based. But yeah, there will be some options in the future for other end situations.
Well, there might. It's because we've seen a lot of feedback on, oh, we want a longer game, or we want more control about the end game conditions. So we're definitely looking into it, but we don't have any concrete plans that we can talk about yet.
Yeah, these are things that we want and that we hear you about. But obviously the most important things for us right now are going to be making sure that the game is stable, making sure that we can get it out on Mac, things like that. Out of curiosity, is there a plan for DLCs in the future? Karawa, yeah, there's a huge plan for the whole next year. I mean, the upcoming months are going to be really exciting and beyond. So keep your eye out for those DLCs. We're going to be having some free content, but we're also beginning having a couple of those DLCs as well. Like playing musical AIs. Yeah, we get you there. A random leader choice. That'd be kind of cool, yeah. Can anyone clear up what the Mac situation is right now? Can I buy and play this game on Mac? Not currently, big Ruma. It's gonna be a little bit before that's available, so just hang on there and be patient, because we're working on it. It's one of our top priorities. Have you guys seen the feedback from other streams on Civics not activating in some games, particularly multiplayer? Yeah, we're well aware of the multiplayer issues, and those things are being worked on by the developers. They're spending a lot of time trying to fix all those things. Will future patches break saves? Boy in France asks. That's a good question.
We always try to keep the patches backwards compatible with saves, but we can't guarantee it. Like, depending on what we fix, it might not be compatible, or even if it's compatible in the sense of you can load the save, it's not guaranteed that it actually fixes the issue. For example, with the Endless games, when we fixed bugs with quests, very often that would not apply if you loaded an old save, because it had already saved the broken type of the quest, so you know it wouldn't override it. So it is very much that depends on what we fixed kind of situation, and we can't give a blanket answer.
You're welcome, Plastering Demon. They say thanks, Amplitude. Yeah, of course. What did we do?
I guess, actually answer the questions.
Yeah, we're trying to answer as many questions as we can. Thank you guys so much for being here in the stream. And as always, if you do have any questions that can't be answered during the stream, feel free to go over to the Games Together forums for Humankind. If you have any other questions or things like that, there's a lot of information over there, and hopefully that'll be helpful. Yeah, we appreciate your guys' feedback. It's really good having the community being such an integral and important part of the development process. So super cool. Good to see people are still claiming their personas. We're happy for you. So the Laser Shark will be DLC or a free update? Laser Shark, paid content. 100 euros for Laser Sharks.
I believe in the current balance, Laser Sharks are also known as Huns in Langskips. Because I've seen some people posting about, hey, I used the Huns and then I went to Norsemen, and now I can shoot down contemporary era battleships with these bow and arrows.
Will we develop the diplomacy part more, like giving more options and maybe having subjects without war? Again, I would love to be able to tell you guys all the juicy details, but unfortunately I can't. I can let you know that there is going to be a lot of really cool additions to the game coming over the next couple months and beyond, that are going to add a lot of really cool things to the game. So keep your eye out on out for those updates, because they're going to be really awesome. Different topic, if I may quickly. Anything planned regarding ES? Endless Space? Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think they're referring to Endless Space, and no plans right now, to my knowledge. Of course, we'd still like to, apply some fixes to some of the biggest complaints of the community, especially about Awakening. But I don't have any confirmed date we're aiming for or anything, so I really don't want to talk too much about it right now.
Oh my Gug, love the game, keep up the great work. Thank you, and welcome to the stream. It's good having you here. Thank you for chatting with us. It's really a pleasure to be able to hang out with you guys. We'll just have to wait then. Yep, Penguin. It's a little bit of a waiting game, but developing games take time, so but yeah, Hawks, if you're waiting for the personas to get unlocked on your account, some people were recommending that you refresh the Twitch link, and hopefully that helps. So maybe give that one a try. How do you community managers keep up with what the devs are working on? Do you join all their team meetings? Boy in France asks. I am streamer, so I'm going to leave that up to Stephanie to answer.
Well, I'm not in all of the team meetings, but I'm in some of the meetings about reviews about the long-term plans, reviews about the sprints, as it's called. The 2 week chunks of work where tasks are assigned, stuff like that. And also, of course, we have like internal documents we use to communicate between departments that we have access to that we can check. But yes, it is definitely where there's so much going on. You need to make sure you keep an eye on things so you're not out of the loop, because there's a lot of going on, especially with humankind. Oh, wait,
Merdraymon, hello, welcome to the stream. It's good having you. Spiff and Brit character should be tweaked to refuse buy or even interact with a coffee resource. Will we have the option to release cities who originally own them? Example, if I conquered a city from which they had conquered, then when my ally will have the option to release it to my ally. That's an interesting concept. I don't exactly know. I'm sure that's not planned yet, but that could be something. And I highly suggest that if you have really cool ideas and stuff like that, go to Games Together, make an account, and add something on the forum. We love community input, and we want your guys' great ideas to help build the best game possible. Will the stream continue for another half an hour? I just began the drop. Yes, we'll be alive for another 33 minutes and 30 seconds. Playing a game right now, is there usage for faith after reaching the highest tier tenant? I tried focusing on it early, but now it feels like any more effort I put into it is wasted. Maybe I went too hard, or I could have focused on other aspects. I will say that religion seems to have kind of a end to its usefulness at a certain point.
The faith, at least, of course.
The faith, yeah.
The bonuses you get are still useful, of course, but yes, once you've reached the highest tenant, you may not want. It's not like in many other games where it's like a resource that you save up and then you spend. But at the same time, if you don't invest in it, this happens, and your entire country converts to somebody else's faith, and then maybe the bonuses you get are not the ones you'd like to have.
Yeah, I think in my religion, I just didn't have enough. I didn't have enough faith. I didn't build enough religious buildings because I was more focused on attacking people, I think. So I think I got converted by my enemies. So no plans for a 5th tenant. That's a great question. I don't know.
I know, of course, the feedback that players are saying, oh, at a certain point, faith becomes useless, and you run out of things to do with your religion. That is on our list, but I don't think we have concrete plans for how to address it yet, because this is a big topic, because there are many ways we could tackle this feeling of investing in faith is useless in the long term, and we haven't really sat down to make plans on that yet, because as we already said earlier, we are very much focused on fixes for the time being, as opposed to the improvements, because there's still the Mac issue, the multiplayer, and all of that, and that needs to come first.
Yeah, definitely. We have some things that are kind of higher priority right now, like those things. What do we think about the claiming sea territory so you could block important thoroughfare? Interesting idea, Penguin. Put it on Games Together. I think that you guys as the community, obviously you guys have a lot more. There's a lot more of you than there are of us, so we'd love to hear all of your ideas. Yeah, I have a problem with my jobs that don't show up nowhere in game or with the badges on Games Together. Everything is linked correctly, so no need to ask. Yeah. A lot of people have been having similar issue. Just make sure to refresh the Twitch link, and sometimes it might just take a little bit, so that could be another issue. We had a 4-person dorm room in college that had a 5th tenant. The rent payment went towards alcohol. Dang. Yeah, tenant and tenant. Two very different words.
Yes.
Yeah. What about a religious tolerance policy like faith doesn't matter anymore in your state, but all faiths are welcome? I
As a
mean,
matter of fact, I already passed that. It's called secularism, separation of church and state. We no longer have a state religion, but we're immune to religious grievances. So, if we had adopted this religion to stop them from constantly saying, hey, you're oppressing the faithful, but this would be another way of saying, you know, all this religion gameplay, please stop bothering me. Our people are free to believe whatever they want, so stop saying I'm oppressing them. They're practicing their faith as they want.
oh gosh, yeah. There's some great voxel art on ArtStation. I think that style would work well here. Yeah, boom wish granted. Heck yeah, we're basically genies over here. You ask for it, it's in the game right there. My Twitch says I got the Shirjoka drop and claimed already, but my Games Together account absolutely refuses to link that one person. Problems with a specific persona being linked? I'm not exactly sure about that. It's a civic for clarity, yeah. It's one of the later civics on the religion side, so if you haven't gotten to it yet, you just need to keep on grinding that religion. Religious people claiming oppression because others are allowed to practice some other religion. Seems realistic, though.
Reaching the end of an ideology.
I mean, you get to decide which
isn't
side of the
distinct.
civic you choose, you know? Or you
Think
can
of
just
it
choose
as
not
being
to claim the
focused,
civic.
yes? Very goal-oriented.
Oppress them with elephants! Do we have any elephants yet?
Not yet, but we can now build them. And let's see, it takes only 19 turns to build one.
Seems worth it, though, you know?
Maybe we should, you know, find
How many elephants can we get?
a bit more industry. I've been trying to first upgrade our existing units, but because these guys are a bit outdated with their big swords, I think, when, you know, compared to elephant with gun. But we're poor, because I just realized all of the cities had been pouring their money into building all of the world wonders everywhere. Wait, how many did we build? I think we built 3. Yes, 3 industrial era world wonders. All of the industrial era world wonders are ours. So if we get to the last era, whatever they claimed is gone, sure. But I think we can crank out another 3, so at least we get a nice boost of fame. You know, comfortably in second now. Nowhere near first.
Yeah. Would there be a way to change pre-existing city plaza to that of your new culture when you pick a new one, going from Greek to Franks, for example, and so on? Great game, love it. Frankinator, that's a great question. I'm not exactly sure. Change the pre-existing city plaza to that of your new culture. When you pick a new one.
Yeah, I don't think we have plans for that right now, but it's something that I see coming up a lot, so it's definitely something that, you know, I would say it's perhaps under consideration, but it's not a high priority compared to some of the other requests, like, you know, the balancing on all the cultures, the balancing on pollution. Another one that comes up a lot is more interesting naval gameplay, because, yeah, unfortunately the seas are, you know, a pretty empty space.
That's you heard it here, folks. The seas are a pretty empty space.
At least, you know, when you're on top of them. Under the water, different matter, but
Yeah,
But
yeah.
these
There's a
ships-
lot of water in the
these
ocean.
ships, we certainly don't want to be under the water, I think, because, you know, generally that means they've sunk.
All right, let's answer some more questions. What we got here? Will there be other opportunities for drops, or is this stream it? I don't see any reason why we wouldn't have them available on future streams, if that answers your question. Let's see. Or is it just a problem we solve with missiles? What problems can't you solve with missiles? No, I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Yeah, this is a problem that definitely feels like was a D&D comic I read long ago where the wizard was like, you know, the size of the problem you cannot solve with an explosion, with a fireball, is inversely proportional to the size of the fireball. So this feels like a thermonuclear problem, I guess. But the problem is, they're the ones who probably have the nukes. We don't. We have elephant with gun, but that does not hold up to whatever they must have, because, I mean, look at these dense research districts they have. They're probably somewhere at the end of the
Yeah.
research thing already.
They're killing it. They have like 58 people in one city. That's pretty crazy. I definitely haven't gotten this far in my playthrough, so this is new for me. Yeah, secret underwater DLC, maybe we're gonna get something like that. I don't know. Probably not. Let's see here. But yeah, next stream, you'll still be able to get drops. Like I was mentioning earlier, our streams here. Oh shoot! I just smacked the table. It's okay.
Just don't kick the expensive camera.
Yeah, I did not kick the camera, so we're good. Next stream will be actually on next Wednesday. So normally we have our streams here at 6 p.m. on Thursdays, and that's when Stephanie and Rogan have been playing Humankind, and we will keep that going, but it'll be me, Jordan, and Stephanie, which, by the way, if anybody would like to get in contact with us personally, there's our Twitters in the chat. But yeah, I will actually be doing an additional stream on Wednesdays called Wild Wednesdays. That's what I'm calling it. So
Excellent initiative.
but yeah, it'll be at 4
There are
o'clock
things on this earth
here in
worth
France, so
preserving that
CEST.
inconveniently
And
do not
yeah,
collect
you
them.
can expect crazy shenanigans and variety games. So I won't necessarily be playing Humankind. I might play Humankind. I might even do a multiplayer at some point. But yeah, so I'll be kind of doing my own thing a little bit, and so yeah, we'll have that stream next Wednesday at 4. So if you guys would like to come to Wild Wednesdays, yeah, next Wednesday. Exactly. Did the new guy eat the other guy? Do I
I'm not sure.
am I that fat?
I'm not sure if that is how social media managers, I guess, evolve, you know. But I was, before, you know, we got that comment, I was about to say, you know, crazy shenanigans are the best shenanigans, so you should definitely show up.
There will be many shenanigans, and hopefully we'll have our new mic in by next Wednesday, so I won't have to hold this freaking thing. It'll just be like right in there next to my mouth, and we'll get real intimate with the microphone. It'll be fantastic. You guys will love it. Cannibalism, no. Oh wait, no, there is a civic about cannibalism, isn't there? No?
No,
Is that a event?
There was a bit of a joke, I guess, in the community earlier when, in one of the earlier open devs in the Neolithic, the food from hunting also triggered when you fought other tribes. Which, I guess the idea was more that, you know, after you've beaten them, you're stealing their food supplies. But yes, it could be interpreted in some rather negative ways.
How did we get the food? We don't know. Hashtag Soylent Green. You're doing great with that mic. It's fine. Hey, I'm doing my best here. I'm trying to get it over here, get it over there, while still
hey.
not hitting Stephanie.
Look at that. I think somebody else, namely the Zulu, researched everything. The game's about to end. And we didn't even make it to the modern era or build a single Gatling elephant.
Gosh dang it, Zulu! Is there any other way that we can kill them and prevent them from ending the game?
One turn, no.
Not impossible.
But hey, let's see. Maybe we can at least. No wait. Buy out.
like, can we afford it?
It's way too expensive. We can't even buy our Gatling elephant, so we can say at least we fielded a Gatling elephant.
Wait, we have one building right. Oh no, that's a fish market. Just kidding.
It's like 28,000. No, we're nowhere near that. Curse you, Zulu!
Like the course of
We
a
just
river,
need more fame, yeah.
the course of history never runs straight. But your ability to persevere means that your name will also be etched in the annals of humankind. You will be remembered.
Now we
as
have
a
the problem of
leader that
we have
excelled
25
at
minutes
many
of stream
things,
left.
Not one.
But we just, you know,
Your fame was
didn't
due to
exactly
the
win.
balance of your skills.
Just chatting? Can we do
Not
just
all
chatting on here? That's
empires are able
probably
to gain fame by building
not what we
one.
want to do. Well, we could start a new game, and
An awe-inspiring achievement
do you
and
want
a
me to
great
control?
place
No,
for
you should
tourists.
probably control it.
And though your people may have
we can
found it
definitely start a new
difficult,
game, and
history
maybe
is
maybe chat
certainly
will have some ideas
You
of
participated in
some
the
wild
longest
settings
war.
they'd like us to try out, like
Ooh, yeah. We'll have a poll or something.
Under your
yeah,
guidance,
exactly.
the
Like
thrilling
maybe
tale
they
of
want like a
humankind
super
will
small
be
crowded
written
map, or
in
they
your
want a huge
own
map, or
words.
maybe they're like, oh,
There may
do
be
do a map
future
without
adventures
ocean, do a
and
map
deeds,
with
and even
a lot of water,
grander
something like
scope
that.
for this
So
grand story.
Yeah, we'll get
Regardless,
this started in a little
you
bit.
have left a great mark
Oh shoot, I'm talking
and
to the
answered
narrator.
question. How far will you push humankind?
How far did we push humankind? We
well,
pushed.
not far enough, obviously, because we're only second place.
Yeah, but the real winning is playing the game. So, I think we're winners. I feel like a winner. I didn't even play the game. I'm just sitting here talking,
But, hey,
and I feel like I won.
Poe actually almost caught up. He got a burst of like 700 fame.
He was coming right up on our tail. Dang.
Oh man, look at the best era, contemporary era, 4,000, and they didn't even pick a contemporary culture.
Gosh dang. We got a lot of ideas. Sorry for asking the same question twice. I promised this last time. Will there be scenarios in Humankind similar to Civ that are entirely based on and accurate to historical events? There's a lot of things coming. I think that it's a really cool idea to make nods to real historical events, and if that's something that ends up happening, well, then that'd be really cool. And I'll leave it at that.
And for anybody who's watched and who may be looking into better strategies, I think we have identified why the green player won so much. This is where their score started skyrocketing.
Yeah, they plateaued after that.
Yeah, no, this is the number of cities. Like if you compare the fame, you can see they're fairly even. And then they kicked the brown, orange. Yeah, the orange player.
Looks like orange.
Who were, I believe, for a while their vassals, even. And they must have taken a bunch of cities from them in that war. And then they just had so much land that everything else was off the charts here.
They do have a lot of industry. Is playing the game winning when you're playing a war game, though? That's a fantastic question. Yeah, because we didn't die. I mean, we were still alive. We just...
No, when you're playing a war game, the only winning move is not to play.
Thank you, Gandhi.
No, you don't get the reference?
No, that sounds like a reference from something important that I probably should get.
War games. That was about, Cold War, nuclear war, and they had this AI, and the AI was, at risk of ending the world by firing the nukes. And then they made it play tic-tac-toe. And it's like, oh, you can't win this. Wait a moment, this is just like what we have. Oh, I actually shouldn't push the button, I guess. So,
hold up, Stephanie, you're not on the screen. Your face is getting cut off.
Sorry. I just realized I accidentally clicked. Doesn't give us sight, does it? No. Sadly, we cannot actually see how they achieved their amazing score. So let's go back to the main menu and see about what would the chat like us to set up for the game.
We can hold the mic for a second. All right. What would be the most important things that they would want to
That's a good question. I could say we'll let them vote on game difficulty, but they'll just vote for Humankind, so we get our butts kicked. I guess map size and player number would be important, but the thing is we can't have a bunch of polls. So.
Right. How about we just ask, and guys just say it in chat, and whatever we see the most, we'll kind of just gravitate towards that.
Yeah, it's the big things are pace, map size, and I guess player density, as opposed to the specific number. More about is it more or less than the recommended number of players.
King of the Hill battle. No oceans. Largest map, slowest speed. Okay, interesting. Pace and make every move count. We could. I mean, the interesting thing with kind of slower paced games, though, is that, well, it takes quite a few many streams to actually finish a game. I think it might be funner a little bit to actually see kind of like the beginning, middle, and end of a game. I don't know, how long do you think, how many hours would it take to play a fast game?
Well, about half as much as we take for the normal one, because, you know, everything takes half as much time to build. So we can definitely, you know, we can go crazy on the faster ones, like go for a blitz game. This one we took, what was it, 4 streams, I think?
4 streams, I think, yeah.
And that was just about 260 was the turn when it ended. So 75 would be about a fourth, so we would probably be able to finish that one next week.
Okay. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of blitz, lots of people, nation difficulty, 10 competitors, small Pangea. I think people want to see carnage. I think they want to.
People want a high player density. I can't do 10 competitors on small, because if I
it's a maximum of.
if I go up to 7, it, you know, increases the size.
6 is the max that we can do on a small world.
I think at 10 I can get to normal though. That will be a pretty dense map. And then they requested large Pangea. Probably as...
I think they said small Pangea, actually. Regular Pangea?
Regular Pangea, okay. And I guess the last question is, do we want any kind of unusual, where is it, climate here?
What kind of climate do you think we should do, chat?
This is, you know...
Game is gatekeeping sane game setups. Yeah, Fotino delay. It doesn't want us to go too crazy. Also, to those people that were saying hi that are coming to the stream for the first time, hello and welcome. My name is Jordan. You probably haven't seen me here before, but I am the new streaming specialist here at Amplitude, and this is Stephanie.
Yeah, and anyway, I was about to say, you know, the climate really influences the kinds of terrains you'll see. With standard, you know, you have the normal fertile areas in the temperate regions. When you go hot or cold or any of these, it tends to shift more towards the extremes. And one map I did, I think it was on cold and dry, I had a few like steppe-like grassland areas, and almost everything on the map was tundra and Arctic, and there was almost no food to be found. And of course that gave us a lot of late game resources, because those tend to spawn in the inhospitable areas.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of wet. I'm seeing hot and wet, cold and wet, cold and wet, hot and wet. Steamy just like our voices. Ooh, thank you. Hopefully our voices will sound even more steamy with our new mic.
If they, you know, disagree about hot or cold, we can just go for wet. I mean, we all know White Chat is probably trying to make some kind of joke here, but we'll just roll with it.
We'll roll with it. Hello there, General Bumblebee. What's up, Canastra? How you doing? Actually, I wasn't, but sure. Oh, okay.
I mean,
Amplitude ASMR with our steamy voices. Ooh, my.
I mean, of course, you know, not everybody in chat is making that joke, but there will most likely be somebody, because this is the internet.
It's gonna happen. We are very serious. Tighorn says they're very serious. Okay. With as much water as possible. All right. Well, we have regular sized Pangea, so.
I mean, if we have regular assessment, I could increase the water percentage to make it even more crowded. I think people really want to see the carnage. But this one is...
How small can we get Pangea?
We can go to 30% land percentage, which is, you know, about the same as the real Earth. But if you've ever looked at a world map of the real Earth, there's a lot of water. So if we do this, I think we may need to actually say many islands, so that we have some areas around the continent where we can have, you know, outposts and stuff. And then of course we also could say, you know, do we want it to be more flat or more... For battles, I think it might be nicer if we have a more steep elevation, so there's, you know, more high ground for the Star Wars jokes.
Wait, I think we've already made 2 Star Wars jokes, so yeah. Let's see here. I need to join in on the ASMR. Heck yeah. Of course you do. Alright, that sounds like some good settings. Fill in the rest of those people there.
It's just loading up the avatars. And then
Today I learned on stream, oceans are big. Oceans are big, Fotino Decay. Hey yo, what's up, Chill? How you doing today? It's good seeing you here in the stream. Closed captioning is stuck. Oh, we might have...
Oh, right.
Hold up. Our closed captioning is a very sensitive soul. How about that? Is it still working? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
It seems to be back.
I think we're back. Let's go. This should still be working. Yep. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's a... For those of you that know anything about streaming, closed captioning is kind of one of those tricky situations where you can either have like a plugin on Twitch, which is opt-in, which I don't want it to be opt-in. I want it to just be on screen, especially for like people on mobile or whatever. If you're on the bus and you can't hear us, you can, at least you can still read what we're saying. So, thank you to whoever said that. Stereo, first time chat from this viewer. Stereo, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Lake Ons, Highlands. Let's go. Hello.
You know, this one, I have to say, I'm actually kind of nervous about how this match will turn out. If it's like blitz speed, 10 players on a normal map with only 30% land. Oh my god, there are going to be so many wars. This is going to start leaning in the direction of 40k, you know, in the grim, I guess in this case, in the grim past of the human history, there's only war.
I don't know how to read, yeah. Ningaombal, which capture program do you use? I'm using Web Captioner actually currently, but it's a couple of tricksy workarounds. There's actually a background to it that I'm using a chroma key to essentially green screen it. It's pretty fancy actually. Shout out to my friend Wildez. He's a streamer and he helped me fix a lot of this stuff. He's an amazing guy. He streams Tarkov, so he's super cool. Let's see here.
So, you know, I'm just realizing we may need to still tweak it a bit because
it is
overlays with the...
we can tweak it right now. Where you want to put it? You want to put it up top or you want to put it on our faces? That's
sure.
probably not right.
It's just, you know, if I'm looking at the preview at least, it's kind of hard to read.
How about that?
Text appears behind it.
Then annoy your little brother.
Is that better?
Tools.
Oh shoot, it's not gonna do that.
I think up there, put it back where it is and we'll turn off the subtitles.
Okay.
Just our camera is in front of the subtitles anyway.
A new epoch.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You make a very good point there, Stephanie. He didn't get that reference either. I'm terrible for getting references, guys. It's really bad. There's so many pop culture things that I don't know about. Forgive me. Forgive me. You guys can edumacate me on Twitter though. Go send me all of your all your pop culture references and I will try and become edumacated.
Yeah, you know, for me the pop culture references are the ones I understand are probably something like 15 to 20 years old. So I'm a bit out of date with them.
Yeah, I try and stay up with the times, but it's hard. There's a lot of things. Hey, do you plan on unlocking AI personas options during opponent selection? Sometimes it's pretty messy, as right now selecting AIs is done in a row. If Lucy had been selected earlier when you selected the second one, then pass Lucy to sequential order until it unselects Lucy AI from the first spot.
Let me save this. We pick it up from the start next week, and I will show
you guys will see this game next time, but Stephanie's going to show us what you're talking about there. Paulek. Sorry, I'm trying my best to get the microphone to everybody.
The trick here is you click on AI persona and it's going to take a moment because it needs to load all the avatars. And then you get a list where you can see them all. I know it's not clearly communicated on the button that this will give you a list of all of the avatars, but then you can just say, oh, you know, maybe you'd rather have Makeda, who's, you know, open and trusting, than Agamemnon, who's cruel and militarist. You know, actually, if people want to see Carnage, maybe we should restart it next time, but we select all of the most militaristic opponents.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Yeah. Do you guys want Carnage? Do you guys want Carnage or do you not want Carnage? Because we can make Carnage happen.
Yeah, we're already seeing it. Do it. Should we read that do it in like the Palpatine voice? I can't do a Palpatine voice.
Unlimited power. Do it. I feel like he's just got like a creepy old man voice. There is only war. Do it.
Yeah, that'll take a while. I'll need to look up who all the most militaristic avatars are, and maybe we even need to get some of the streamer avatars in here.
You know, we can. Yeah, we could do that. What streamers do you guys want to see us playing against next time? That's a great question. Thanks for giving us a chance for the other AIs. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's our pleasure. But yeah, we are in the last 5 minutes of the stream here, so we're gonna actually pause, hold off on starting this next game.
We're just, going to decide what we're going to show you next time, which apparently is a lot of bloodshed.
Carnage. Can we get Pokimane? I don't know if she's into games like this. That's a great question. When you get a drop, you get every persona, right? Not just the 3 that are shown there, or am I mistaken? Yeah, it's just showing you 3 because that's the way that Twitch does the campaigns. It's in groups of 3, but you'll get all of them. Spiff, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing. I guess we have a lot of French viewers in chat today because I'm seeing a lot of people asking for. Oh God, what's his name? Joueur de Grenier.
Je ne sais pas. GDG?
Yeah, there's a French. Well, there's 2 French streamers in here, Zerator and GDG, but I'm not sure what the full name is.
Oh, and you're totally good, Olenra. We're gonna be having our normal stream on Thursdays next week, so Thursday at 6, and then I'll also be doing Wild Wednesdays, which will be Wednesday at 4 p.m. So a little bit earlier, 2 hours earlier than our normal streams. But if you'd like to come to that as well, it'll be here on the Amplitude Studios channel, and you'll just have to come and see what we're gonna be playing, because it probably won't be Humankind. Because it's wild. It's Wild Wednesdays, and we never know.
And we could say, oh, but it'll be a Sega game. That will still be wild because there's a lot of Sega games on Steam.
There are a lot of Sega games. I think I know which one I want to play, but you guys will just have to wait and see, because I don't want to spoil the secret yet.
Our longtime fans will realize that my expression just now was me having flashbacks from Rogan and I trying to play Echo the Dolphin on stream when neither of us had ever touched the game before.
Echo the Dolphin?
Echo the Dolphin. Oh, it is incredibly hard, and also it is actually a lot more terrifying than you would expect from a game that is called Echo the Dolphin, and there's just some cute dolphins on the front cover.
I mean, you'd think that'd be a cute game with a name like that, but
nope.
Well, I play Day 1 mod. I don't know what that is, Arphanix. Send it to me on Twitter. I don't even know what that is.
When it's ready.
I can't do it. I'm on cooldown, so.
When the Day 1 mod is ready, then yes, of course we will show it off on stream, but it's not ready yet, so we can't play it yet.
Before you all sign out, thank you again for the drops. You're welcome, Braff. It's been our pleasure. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Honestly, these streams are one of the coolest things that we get to do here, and interacting with you guys, the community, getting to, hear your feedback, answer your questions, just get to play the game alongside you guys is an amazing opportunity, and we're super grateful for your guys' support, and also for your guys' love for the game, and for us. Honestly, I feel super welcome here. I know it's only my 2nd stream with you guys, but I'm super grateful, and I love you guys already. So thanks for making me feel welcome.
Yeah, and for me also, thank you for being welcoming to the new guy after. But Rogan was here for how many months?
2 years?
I think somewhere around that, but my sense of time has never been great, and it's gotten even worse in the last year or so. But Rogan had been here for a long time, every week, so of course it was for the viewers a sudden and unexpected change, I guess, because we hadn't really been talking about your arrival before. So it's nice to see that everybody's been so welcoming to somebody who showed up unexpectedly.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, to keep with the Star Wars references, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Heck yeah. I love it. I love all the Star Wars references. Let's see. Another chance for Personas next week? Yes. So stop by for the Personas next Thursday. That'll be the next Humankind stream where you can get the Personas. Love Thyself for one of the wild stream days should happen at some point. Olinra, that might definitely happen. I have heard a lot about Horatio, and I think that would be a fantastic opportunity to play that.
This is still so wild to me that it started out as, you know, one of those April Fool's jokes video game companies often do, and was just like, you know, what if dating sim, but they're all clones? And then we actually made a game. And one of the feedback we got from players was actually, it's amazing how you made all of these clones feel distinct. Like there's 5 or 6 different clones, but they feel distinct. That's just the wonders of Horatio for you, I guess.
Horatio, if anybody can do it, Horatio can do it. But yeah, we're going to be ending the stream here, folks. So have a fantastic rest of your Thursday evening or morning if you're in the United States. Hopefully there's some of you US people out there. Let's go Oregon. Anybody from Oregon in the chat? There's got to be somebody. But yeah, our Personas can be found on Games Together. But if you have any issues with that, like I said, feel free to contact us. Get in touch with us on Twitter, and that's going to be a fantastic way to kind of get those questions answered. Horatio can't do anything. Exactly. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please hit us up. We're going to be ending the stream. So I'm from Peru and can't participate on the map contest. Well, the map contest is finished, and
it's too late to submit now anyway, and there's a lot of maps where, sorry for everybody who couldn't participate because of where they live, but there's just, you know, legal and logistical hurdles to overcome that were too much of an obstacle this time, I guess. So maybe in a future contest, I don't know.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your days, and we will catch you in the next one. Whoops. Peace out. Have a fantastic day.